and welcome to the Friends of Anchor Golf Day 2024 from a very colourful Peter Cooter Golf Club. And well, after those nice drone shots, straight on with the action. We've gone all technological this year. We've got the drone and we've got the top tracer, well, mid-tracer technology. Some would say low tracer technology, but it's what we need to see the opening tee shot here on the first from Graham Wood. Look at that. Well, you can rely on Graham to do that pretty much every single year. Lovely stuff. Out now to 8, where we don't have the top tracer technology. In fact, we don't really care where the ball goes. We're just looking at a nice shot of Stuart White. No idea whether it's a good shot or a bad shot. Not sure he knows. I think it's a good shot. I think it's a good shot. Back up to round the first tee, and well, it's all about preparation. And Mark Williamson, and he's anticipating a lot of these putts out there, despite it being a Texas scramble. Little knee knockers. He just wants to build up his confidence, and I'm not sure that's going to build up anything. Certainly not confidence. And over the other part of the putting green, well, there's I'm hearing that Greg Herrera has taken a look at Mark's preparation and decided he doesn't want to prepare like that. He'd much rather go over and prepare alongside Graham Cran. And this is Graham Cran's preparation. Yes, there we go. Well, it takes all sorts. Greg fancying a bit of that action much more. That's for sure. And I'm not surprised. Well, that would be me. 9 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, out to the 7th. Russell Balsillie. Now, just off the green here, and rolling up, of course, a Texas scramble. That looks a little bit wide. And there's one of the balls, 2, 3, and just to the right, all 4 balls. Yes, so they are done. That's the closest they can get. But of course, you have the option to buy mulligans. And with those 4 balls all pretty far away, Graham Milne has stepped up and using a mulligan. Quite frankly, he shouldn't have bothered. As he leaves the hole behind and the 4 balls behind, and you should really think more carefully about using your mulligans, I think, Graham. Now, back at the clubhouse. Oh, and there's Cameron Burt, very conscientious competitor, and he likes to know what's going on all around and help out where he can. Stenner drilling all 4 balls in a bunker on the second, and he's sent out, yes, he's just confirming that he sent out the distress call, and yeah, with Stenner drilling in the bunker, that's how much sand we need to replace now, all 4 of them in there. Over now, Paul Copeland, warming up his left wrist. I'm hearing that he warmed up his right wrist earlier on, before he arrived. So that's all he needs to warm up, just one wrist. The other one ready, well, it's already been in action now. Back down the first fairway, and Jamie Lynch, well, this drive not the furthest, but it's all about getting on the short grass so you can really attack the green, attack the rough off to the left. And his play partner's trying to leave him behind, but he's tempting them back with a marker. That was a 10-pence piece, and no Aberdonian is, well, I won't make those jokes. Now, out to the second, Scott Rennie. Now, you can see between him and the green is the water. Scott's noticed that, and he's determined not to hit the water, so much so that he's barely going to be able to hold the green. Now, the idea with the golf is you play a shot and you get closer to the flag. I'm not sure that's happened there. Back now to the first, and Paul Copeland here with the Piper Sandler B team. Not sure why they call them the B team and not the A team. Actually getting a better picture of why now. And Paul, oh dear, off into the second cut of rough there with a whole load of trees. I doubt they'll be using that as the drive. Well, out now to 7, and Willie Donald. Willie, a very aggressive player, very attacking. He's been working on his distance, and it shows. Driving that ball miles past the flag, and thank goodness it was in the semi-rough, or that might have just rolled straight on to the 8th. But of course, it is a Texas scramble. And if you don't do so good, you hope your teammate steps up and helps you out. No better man to be doing it than Blair Moyer. Look at this, what a magnificent approach. Well, he'll probably just knock that in himself for the birdie. Lovely stuff. Now out to first Bob Drummond. Here's an experiment. Now this is Bob Drummond from Team Hydra Sun. Now let's see what sort of reaction this drive gets. Down the middle. Pretty good drive. Are we getting a round of applause? Yeah, well, I'm not so sure. Let's run that again. Let's have a replay. This time we'll tell you Bob Drummond, Team Hydra Sun. Tonight's drink sponsor. Yes, tonight's drink sponsor. What about that for a drive? Oh, yes, I can hear the cheers all around the room, all around the course. That's what happens when you get into sponsorship. Well, I'm not sure if it's for the drinks or for the show. I think we should move on. And here we have Lynn Nicol. And she's on the 7th. And she's going straight for the flag. No sniggering there. She really is going straight for the flag. Look at this. Oh, very nearly holing out. Excellent effort there from Lynn Nicol. Lovely stuff. There was some good golf out there today. Not much, but there was some. The cameras managed to get some. Here at the second, Fraser Blythe launching that way up high. He's come over the water and he has landed. Wow, what a great shot. Yeah, there were only 2 putts from there, that team. Well played. Speaking of which, Blair Moyer, we saw his fantastic approach. We'll just pop this in for the birdie. Oh dear. And he's a little bit, well, luckily Ian Miller, part of the team, just popped this in for the birdie. Oh dear. And it's getting a little bit tense now. Ross Stephen. And they've all missed it on the same side. Well, there's only one man for the job, Willie Donald. Can he do it? Of course he can. In it goes. And just watch the celebrations. No, I don't think I'd be celebrating either if it took 4 of us to get that putt in. But you should celebrate when it goes well. Out to 3, Scott Jennings, a long, long way away. Cat-handed putting grip, and that is in. Oh, well, we might get a celebration here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, last time they went for a high five, they missed. So that's real improvements there. Back to the second, David Lamb. Now, will this possibly... The putts are just rolling in. Are we going to get a celebration? I don't think so. Yeah. Oh yes, just a little bit delayed. I wasn't sure he'd noticed the camera. Celebrations are getting slightly more exaggerated. Liam Nicol here from the top of the 7th green and... Oh, marvellous to see a celebration like that. Yeah, that's more like it. Lovely stuff. Well, sticking at the 7th, this was Lynn Nicol. They decided not to go with her approach, but she took the higher ground and said, well, don't take my approach, but I'll just get on with it, and straight in the heart of the hole. And that's proper celebrations, yes. That is a magnificent 7. Back to the first, and oh dear, bad news. Paul Copeland, after that drive, convinced it's the best drive. His team have left him some time ago, with the other drives being much longer, but Paul is refusing to move. He wants them to use his drive. Well, up to 18 now, and Craig International team. Lovely t-shirts, boys. Now, Steve Main chipping on with a wedge, and I think he's over clubbed. Paul, can he hold the green from 10 yards off it? Yes, he can just hold the green. Well, he's playing alongside Neil McKinnon. Neil doesn't want to make the same mistake as Steve. Something distracting him there. Like I say, he doesn't want to make the same mistake. So he'll be delighted not actually finding the green from 10 yards away. This hole proving pretty tricky for the golfers. Well, I think we should move back to the 4th. And some quality golfers now. This is David Macklin. And he saw the sign way up in the fairway. Longest drive, and he is past it. Well, that's a great effort. That's a long, long way down the fairway. You've got to wonder how long that's going to last. Well, he's out with the late replacement, Graham Little. And, well, he saw David Macklin. He saw that he was enjoying having the longest drive here on the 4th and decided to stop letting him enjoy that by knocking it even further. Bad news for David and Graham, though. It's not the longest drive, it's the straightest drive. Still, good effort. Now, out to 7. Gary McGowan. Gary, well, look at that. One of the longest short games in the field today. And those trees in danger. Clearing the green. Roger Jameson, slightly more lofted club. And slightly, well, somewhere between those two shots is the hole. Equidistant, I think. Not sure whose they're going to choose. Difficult choice. Speaking of choices, back at the first, I cannot believe, Piper Sandler B have decided that Paul Copeland was right, and that is the best drive that they've got from the first tee. Well, perhaps he was just too stubborn and he didn't want to relent, but well, the sun did come out later on, and at Halfway House, all the girls making sure that everybody was fed and watered, and it was inspirational stuff. Barry Silver saw the burgers, the chicken breasts, the beer, the juice, and he thought, I'm not hanging about, I'm going to stick this close, sink the putt for a 2 and get over there and enjoy it all. Great shot there from Barry Silver. I won't mention that was his mulligan. Oh, sorry. Right, out to 15 now, and Cameron Park. Now, Cameron going with a chip. Well, that's a bold move, using the wedge, especially when you're completely inept with it, like Cameron Park is. and not quite, well, a bit of backspin there, just getting back onto the green. And, well, I don't know if that was a wise move. Perhaps he should have went with the putter, like Michael Gordon is doing here. Despite being 40 yards short of the green, not sure he'll get enough power. Take it all back. I should never have doubted the power of Michael Gordon. Driving that ball through the green. And, well, I dread to think how far he can hit it with a driver. We should move back to the 8th now. And Mark Gall. Club selection is important. Mark, a very lofted club for this par 3. It's still a fair distance. Looks like he's gone with the 9 iron. And getting a little check on it. Not much use when you're short of the green, unfortunately. 2 playing partners on there though. But Ronnie Waits saw Mark with 8 iron. He's going for a less lofted club. In fact, Ronnie's going with a 1 iron. I didn't know you still got 1 irons. And that is the stinger, that is the flag, that is the... Well, not a lot of golfers can play that shot, to be fair, so something to be proud of, even if you are 50 yards past the flag. Now, out to 18, PJ Cow. Well, this group just short of the green with their approach. What can PJ do to settle the nerves? Oh, he's rolled it up beautifully. The rest of the team all watching on, and they can relax. That's almost a gimme. That means Keith Elliott can really go for it here. Doesn't have to worry about being close. Just try and hole it and go for it. Oh dear, I'm not sure that's even halfway. But his teammates just bailing him out there, getting that ball out of the way, showing good support. And that's what you need. You need support from your teammates if the putting doesn't go too well. Well, here's Duncan McMillan. He's been struggling a bit with his putts. And here on 8, the team could really do with this. And it's just went past. And, well, speaking of supportive teammates, Chris Colley there. Well, he's trying to force a smile. Oh, the shake of the head. I think if we just have a quick action replay of that. Oh, he's having a right go at him. Yeah, Duncan, look at Chris's reaction there. Well, that's really going to encourage Duncan the next time he's standing over a 10-foot putt. And well, let me tell you, Chris missed his as well. So, anyway, out to 18. It's all about team spirit, and no man knows this better than Derek Nicol. Fantastic celebration. You think that was a good celebration? Well, the camera spun away, but 2 seconds later, Derek Nicol showed his true colours when it comes to celebrating holing a putt. I mean, it was only for a bogey, but that didn't stop Derek. Magnificent stuff. Well, I wish I could do that. Brilliant there from Derek Nicol. That's the kind of spirit we like to see. But back at the first, all the way back with Piper Sandler B, they've chosen Paul Copeland's drive, and this is why. You might be laughing, You might think there's big trees between them and the green, and you'd be absolutely right. Ross Atkinson didn't notice them. I think he's noticed them now. But remember, it is a Texas scramble. Paul Copeland knew it was the best drive, and he knew Mark Williamson would not let the team down. Unfortunately, Mark spent all his time practicing his putting, so he's tried to go low and through the trees, but watch this for action. Come on, Mark. Keeps it low and straight into the biggest trunk of them all. And oh dear, with that it's time to say goodbye from the Friends of Anchor Golf Day 2023.